Dude, I can feel my brain rot and lose neurons in real time. Every single time I open my phone and I decide to be like, hey, how about I watch some TikToks? How about I go into some Instagram Reels, right? Let's go to some YouTube Shorts, right? The unholy trinity of brain loss, where attention span goes to die in a ditch. This type of short form content is destroying my ability to focus and exist without constant stimulation. It's insane. When I play these video games, when I'm playing Tekken, right? For example, Tekken, I have to have a video playing in the background. When I play games alone, I need to have something in the background. I can't just enjoy the game. I gotta have a video, someone yapping in my fucking ear for me to, to function. That's not okay. That's not all right, man. That's bad. That's really bad, dude. I am a victim of the unholy trinity, the dark cabal of short attention span, being TikTok, Reels, and fucking YouTube Shorts. Every time I open one of these fucking apps, I feel like my brain is just getting constantly bombarded with sludge, pure digital sludge, right? It's just being bogged down and overwhelmed with so much stimulation and information that I didn't need to know, that I didn't care, and that doesn't affect me at all in my day-to-day life. And dude, it's getting pretty fucking wild, all right? I gotta say it. I gotta be honest with you. It's getting pretty insane. If I showed you my screen time, you would gag. You would gag. You'd be appalled. You'd be horrified at, like, dude, how the fuck can you even function without your phone, dude? Like, what is wrong with you? Genuinely terrifying. The hold the digital world, or at least my phone, right? My phone has on me. I have a friend of mine that completely deleted Instagram and TikTok. Good for him, right? Good on him. And he says YouTube Shorts sucks by itself, so he barely uses that. But you know what? Good on him, right? You know, he's doing the right thing. I should follow in his footsteps, maybe. I can't just be with myself or by myself without having to check any of these applications, dude. And it's not just me. It's a whole group of people. It's a whole generation, right? Mind you, I'm a little bit older for my generation. I'm approaching on the, I'm getting up there, right? Not too up there. I'm not an old man yet. I'm not unk yet. You get to unk when you have a house, a 401k, a couple of kids, right? And the light has completely left your eyes and you're just a withering husk. It's like the internet is being built, shifted, geared towards us being constantly there, paying attention to our phone. Our algorithms, right? Our algorithms are just there to just keep us locked in. And we're just constantly just drooling and gooning in front of our phones nonstop. Every single day, and it's the fucking worst, dude. It is genuinely it's a sickness. It's an illness, you know. And it's a feedback loop, right? It's literally the same cycle. You open up the app for like 5 minutes, you lose 45 minutes, and you want to know what's the most fucked up part? Is that once you're I recognize I'm in that loop. I recognize that I'm there. I'm locked the fuck into my phone, and instead of like actually peeling my eyes away, just shutting my phone off, you know, instead of doing that, I'm like, 5 more minutes, you know. Like, you know what, I'll do whatever I had to do in like 5 more minutes, maybe 10 more minutes, you know. And it's crazy because I used to love reading, man. I used to read books front to back in like a week. Dude, I used to be academic. I used to be very smart. All right, I used to be a scientific kid, and now I'm a poser now. Dude, I'm a fucking zombie now. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, dude. All right, so the first thing that I've noticed, the first section of this whole fucking video and reason I want to make it, section 1, is that algorithms are training you. They are slowly trapping you and mutating your brain to be trapped inside these personalized little pipelines that are built specifically for you. That is what your algorithm is doing. It's just constantly feeding you content that only you would be interested in. That is fucking bad, because it is healthy, it is a good thing to sometimes watch and understand things that maybe you don't particularly agree with. Maybe something weird, something odd, something that is completely out there. You don't always have to be doing the same thing every single time, or you don't always have to be agreeing with something. And I believe TikTok aggressively leans towards this. I believe TikTok is the one that hits this point the most. It slowly starts gathering all your information, your behavior on the type of content that you're watching, and through, I would say, a couple of weeks to like a month, it already builds a profile, a very accurate profile on you. After it creates that profile, it just changes your feed to exactly that, to all the things that you've been watching, right? The problem with TikTok is that it creates echo chambers very quickly, and it's going to only feed you content that you are going to agree with, that you are going to like, because it wants to keep you engaging with that content and it wants to keep you watching that content. And that is how you get a lot of the misinformation you get on nowadays. And one of the main things about TikTok is that the feed becomes hyper curated, right? So you basically start thinking like, oh my God, so everybody's starting to agree with me. Everybody's starting to think like me. I agree with all these things. So the world is moving in this direction, when in reality, half the shit you're seeing in TikTok is very fucking niche. It's extremely niche. And TikTok is more tailored towards pushing towards engagement rather than pushing towards actual truthful information, or, actual real good information. It's just feeding you slop. It's refined slop. It's premium slop. Slop made exactly for you. Out of the three, I will say that it is technically the better one. Not really, but it has the highest quality one, and it's the biggest trap out of the three, right? Because it happens slowly over time, and you're not even paying attention to when it happens, right? An example, I used to have a lot of gym stuff, right? I used to go to the gym avidly. I mean, I still do. I go 4 days a week. I used to watch a lot of gym content, right? I grew up on that early 2000s fitness community YouTube, right? That is what I grew up in, with the Hodge twins, right? With fucking, what was this fucking dude? Athlete X, right? With the fucking Athlete X, Scott Herman Fitness, Jeff Nippard, he's still running around. Back when Greg Doucette wasn't as big as he was now. Like, I grew up with all these guys. So when I started watching TikToks, I would get a lot of the gym content and fitness community stuff, right? Now, I barely get any of that. Like, I don't even get that, to be honest. Even though I still go to the gym avidly and I still work out, I don't consume any fitness content whatsoever, because that community's fucked. That community is very fucked. And now all I really get is fucking Marvel Rivals, right? I'm getting Marvel Rivals because I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. I used to get a lot of Tekken 8. I was getting a metric fuck ton of Tekken 8 content, right? And it's usually from small-time creators or very, very small creators, very niche accounts, tiny accounts. And I would see the craziest shit in those accounts. Those Tekken 8 accounts had the insane, like the craziest takes imaginable. People talking about metas and balance changes that they wanted to see. People giving their opinions on character. And by people, I mean kids. They're fucking kids. Without a doubt. They had to be fucking kids. There's no way a grown-ass man is going to sit down and write the shit that these fuckers were writing. I refuse to believe that. But I would be getting a lot of that type of content, right? And it's interesting to see how different, or how the opinions were in TikTok versus, let's say, a YouTube channel. On YouTube channel, your opinions are pretty normal, pretty mundane. Like, you can understand it, right? You can see the reason behind it, and you can engage in proper discourse, right? No matter how inflammatory the topic is, right? In TikTok, it's not like that at all. It's just everybody grouping up on either whether they agree or disagree, and then doubling the fuck down. It's actually insane. Those comment sections are fucking insane, dude. Luckily, I managed to cleanse my For You page, and now I just get these very weird esoteric memes. Instagram is more aggressive with this little algorithm thing, right? Instagram is far more aggressive. If you engage with something that has to do with politics, right, and it tends to lean to either or side, right? It doesn't matter which one it is, by the way. If you engage with it for a second, the next couple of reels you're gonna get hit with are going to be extreme fucking examples of that same exact reel with a very, very intense views, right? Very, very, very fucking intense, right? And if you watch one conspiracy video, congratulations, buddy. You just fucked your For You page for the next fucking 2 to 3 weeks. All right? You're gonna be hit with the craziest shit imaginable. Ironically, thirst traps are fucking mundane with some of the shit that you can see in Instagram Reels. Dude, there was once like a leak or something. I don't know what happened. Something happened to the security system over there in fucking Facebook or whatever. Constant videos of people fucking dying on Instagram. Like accidents being recorded and just horrible fucking events and people just dying. It was like a live leak. All right, Instagram Reels turned into live leak for like a couple of days. It was the most diabolical shit I've ever seen in my life. That shit scarred me. It reminded me back when I was in middle school, right? It was 7:30 in the fucking morning. Me and my friend were in the water fountain, and then one of his friends were like, "Hey guys, check this video out." And it was a fucking cartel video, and it was a cartel execution video. I still remember that to this day, the queasy feeling in my stomach as a young middle schooler after seeing that shit. It gave me the same vibe as that, dude. It was just like, it was so fucked. Dude, Reels is fucking insane. And the comment sections, just blatant fucking racism. The most racist shit you'll ever see in your goddamn life. Absolute garbage, by the way. And then YouTube Shorts, it's more of the content graveyard, I would like to say. Mainly because if you use YouTube Shorts a lot, I've used YouTube Shorts a lot, it all eventually filters out into you getting like edits of like TV series, very old videos that were uploaded like a couple of months ago, right? Like months ago. Like they're very old, like you're very late into the party. And then you're also going to get the occasional short that is related to an active YouTuber that you might be watching. For example, I watch a lot of Tekken content because I like learning stuff about Tekken. I like seeing Tekken news and I like seeing what's going on with those games, right? And I like watching that. So I get a lot of, Tekken content creators up in my short page, right? And I would say like 30% or like 20% of the videos are that. And then the rest is just rehashed old content that it has already been seen in Reels or has already been seen in TikTok, right? Just months fucking later. Now, I'm going to tie this all together, don't you worry. The type of mindset that you create from engaging with these platforms and this type of content with short form, quick fire content, right? It infects how you consume everything else, right? An example is with gaming. That's like one of the areas that I understand the most, gaming, right? A lot of people nowadays don't really sit with the games long enough to learn from them, to discover new things within the game, right? To enjoy them, to try and understand them. Everything is like, hey, I need to go to YouTube, I need to go to TikTok, I need to go wherever, right? I need to see a content creator to explain everything to me. I need to see this fucking guy's opinion on whatever is going on with the game or whatever it is, so I can have a stance on the fucking game, right? I need to look at a tier list right the fuck now. I need, dude, this guy hates the game. That means that I fucking hate the game. The game fucking sucks, dude, right? People no longer want to actually engage with the product that they're buying, right? They're relying off of, well, pretty much what everybody else says, as opposed to you actually sitting down and trying out whatever it is that you're showing, any type of game that you're showing interest in, right? It's because we're always looking for that constant hit of dopamine. How can we optimize everything? How can we optimize our gaming experience? How can I maximize what I'm doing? How can I be good immediately? How can I figure this out immediately, right? There is no testing. There is no wandering, right? There's no, there's no sense of like, what, you get what I mean? You get what I mean? Like you're taking the fun out of gaming by doing that and by being that way. And I feel like, right, this type of content, this type of habits, these habits are just making it so much worse. Example, you could see it in Tekken 8, right? And how a lot of people don't really want to lab a lot of the times. I've made videos on LARs and how to counteract them, right? Countless of content creators have made guides and anti fucking character guides for Tekken 8, right? And you'd think the community would, you know, would watch these videos favorably and would enjoy these videos. And when I look at these videos, they barely get any recognition. It's just people stating, oh no, the character's bullshit. This sucks. It's completely broken. And or people spreading misinformation, again, through shorts or through their own video, right? When you have to understand that in a fighting game, you have to lab. You have to get in there. You got to get in there in the meat and potatoes and learn exactly what it is that you have to do to understand the game, to learn how to play the game, how to do the game properly. For you to get those really cool combos, for you to get really good at the game, you got to practice. You got to go to training. You got to go to quick match. You got to go to rank match. You got to go to the fucking locals, right? Fighting games are fucking hard because of that. They're not going to gift you a win just because you said so. Example of this with Tekken 8 would be people dropping tier lists and metas and whatever the fuck it is about a game, like a week or 2 weeks after, like a week after the patch, right? Like something like that. To me, that's insane. To me, that's actually fucking insane. Why? Because you don't know exactly how this will affect the entirety of a cast in a game. Same thing happens with Tekken and with any game, with any game, MOBAs, team shooters, doesn't matter. Any type of competitive game that has a learning aspect and a player versus player aspect, you have to learn how to play the game yourself, and you have to learn how to do things yourself. You have to discover things yourself and discover your own preferences and play styles yourself. You can't let yourself be dictated by anybody else's opinion or whatnot. And all of this stems from you just wanting an answer immediately. You wanting to have everything handed to you immediately, because short form content that gives you these easy accessible gratification takes away the whole, you know, like learning process and just the whole process of you actually acquiring that information. See that way because it just hands you everything. It hands you everything that you want easily on a silver platter, one swipe away or one click away, right? And every app is basically created this way now. Every application, every YouTube video, everything that you're going to watch is basically created that way. Another example would be with Expedition 33, right? People switched opinions so fast on that game, right? Like, they praised the game heavily. They called it Game of the Year, and then suddenly, nope, the game sucks. The game is slop. The gameplay sucked. Blah, 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 blah. It's fucking bad. It's AI garbage, which, you know, I think it was confirmed that they use AI in their game. But all of a sudden, people just start hating the fuck out of that game. Right? And I played the game when it was free on the Xbox Game Pass. You guys remember that when the Xbox Game Pass was fucking cool, was awesome, right? And now it blows dick. Yeah, I played the game when it was in the Game Pass, and I had fun. I enjoyed it. It was a neat story, right? It had the gameplay was good. You know, it wasn't bad. There's nothing bad about it. The characters were dope. The story was dope. You know, it was a neat game. It was a neat JRPG experience. All right, like it was pretty good, right? It was pretty basic. I think a little bit. Was it overhyped? Maybe a little bit. Was it overhated? Yeah, it was. Right. Another example, and more recent one, is Crimson Desert, right? People refuse to give games time anymore, and the Crimson Desert is one of those games where it's like, hey, you have to invest like at least a couple of hours into the game before it actually starts getting real good. And when it gets good, it gets fucking good, right? It gets really fucking good. As soon as they start playing the game, they put in like, oh, I played the game for like an hour or 2 hours. The game sucks. The game's bad. It's a bad game. I don't like the skill tree system. The gameplay mechanics are really piss poor. The difficulty... they're bitching about the difficulty, the controls, everything. Like, people don't want to... They didn't want to learn how to play the game. They wanted everything handed to them. They just wanted to be good at the game right now and immediately, as soon as they fucking could. And it's insane, because then afterwards, you had people say, no, like, Crimson Desert is fucking sick. It's something that you just have to experience for yourself. It's not something that it's like, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna go off of whatever everybody else is saying. I'm just gonna go off of what this person is saying, and I'm just gonna parrot their opinion. And then you'd get a you get a huge amount of people just saying, oh yeah, this game sucks, this game looks terrible, this game looks like this game looks like that. And it's like, dude, you haven't even played the game. You're just parroting the opinion that you just saw on your TikTok, or that you saw on your little your content the content creator you just watched say. You know, you're not forming your own opinion. And that is fucking bad. That is really bad, dude. Right? And it's crazy because the switch up was insane, because it's like Crimson Desert is garbage and a disappointment, or mid to Crimson Desert is fucking amazing. Yeah, man, like people don't really want that build up or that investment, and it's kind of sad. This just leads to everybody being addicted to what is the right thing, what is the right opinion to have, what is the right thing to do. Do you see the macro? Do you see how everything starts expanding, right? There's a lack of discovery and a lack of what if, right? There's a lack of mystery or experimentation with the games that we play and with the things that we do, because it's not just with games, it's also with the things that we're doing, things that we do in our day-to-day. A lack of wanting to actually get in there yourself, and everybody just wants everything solved immediately within the hours. The constant content machine that is the internet nowadays is just pushing you towards that instant gratification, that instant give me it now, I want to see change now. Nobody wants to process anything anymore. Imagine this, not with games anymore, right? We were talking about watching little silly videos, right? And silly video games, right? We were talking about basic stuff, like stuff that doesn't really matter. We were talking about pixels. Now imagine this on a bigger scale, on a grander scale. Now imagine this with real world stuff. Imagine your doctor being this way. Imagine your mechanic being this way. Your electrician being this way, right? Imagine them trying to work and function with that type of mindset. Are you starting to see the issue now? Imagine everybody that is in the workforce right now having that mentality of like, go now, instant gratification or nothing. None of that grinding for anything, none of that working hard, none of that delayed gratification for greater gains in the future. It's just instant gratifications now, exploitation now. Do you see the issue? Do you see the problem? Right? Do you see what I'm trying to get at? This small little habit of just spending a shit ton of time on your phone and being accustomed to instant gratification, we are now talking about something more grander of like, what if society as a whole functioned this way? Isn't that fucking scary? Isn't that like really fucking bad? Being lazy or being very complacent with our situation, right? Because our brains are being constantly bombarded and overloaded with information, and we have a constant need for instant gratification. Like, that's a scary world to live in. I don't know about you, that's kind of fucked. And it's been rummaging in my head. It's been working my brain over this past week, because lately I've been trying to work to minimize the amount of time that I spend on my phone and minimize my need for that dopamine, for that hit, for that rush. And yeah, dude, it's been working my head over quite a bit. I don't think is that we're lazy. I don't think is that we as a people are, or we as a society are fucked, even though we probably are, who knows. I think it has to do more that we are being trained by these apps and by these forms of media to crave constant stimulation, non-stop stimulation. You know, and everything online is competing for your attention, your time, your engagement. It's competing for your entire nervous system. It wants to control you to a certain degree. And outrage and dopamine loops are the name of the game. They're essentially what are working and what are completely destroying our attention span. That is the conclusion that I've reached. You know, I could be right, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm just talking shit. If I'm a madman yapping into my fucking mic. Let me know in the comment section. Let's have a discourse. Give me your thoughts, your opinions on what you think could be in your experience with if you can relate, you know?
yeah, I want to know what stories you have or what experiences you guys have. I want to read those comments. I love reading comments. Completely overloaded with stimulation, and that constant stimulation will change you in small ways, but the small ways are the most damaging ways because you don't see it, right? You don't see it, and then those small changes quickly get worse and worse with time, and then they start branching off into other things, and then your brain starts adapting to that nonstop engagement, and nobody gets that ability to just have mental silence and just be okay, just, you know, contemplate things. You know, we're constantly reacting to shit. We're reacting. We shouldn't be reacting. We need to be contemplating things. We need to be thinking about things and really considering things. And this is something that I've noticed in my personal life. Most likely there might be some comments that are going to be like that as well, but I welcome them regardless, because like I said, I love reading the comments. Please comment on what you guys think, right? Because everything that I said here includes me. Dude, I'm the main offender. I'm also an offender and a victim of this shit. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little chat. Yeah, catch you guys next time. Peace.